it again. Oh, thank goodness! I was so worried I was gonna fuck it all up because of that crit fail.
Yeah, that was
An 11.
11?
An 11? Okay.
Yep.
He kind of nods and says, "Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Captain Pfizer?" And she responds, I do not... it was a mistake to go against you. I realize that now, and I realized it before when your associates took my ship, and I hope that my actions have helped make amends for the transgression. And he waits for like a couple of, like 4 long seconds, just sort of staring, and says, I do believe that you will be in my debt, Captain. But I am willing to overlook this error. Just remember that mercy once is an investment, but mercy twice is a mistake. And I do not make such mistakes.
Being, I talked to Luca telepathically. That's the same shit my father used to say.
And she sort of nods and says, yes, thank you, Master Merchant. And he looks over to McLagan and says, and what of this did not seem that he was quite as repentant, no?
More cooperative.
He's a little less willing, more prideful, maybe a bit greedy, aren't we all?
Ah, well, that's a shame. I am thankful that you have brought him to me. He will be dealt with accordingly.
Dio, sir.
Yes, Mr. Dibbs.
If you don't mind my something.
Interjection.
Yeah, but I hope I'm not overstepping here. I've heard some, I guess, things about your methods.
What have you heard?
Just that they can be a bit draconian.
I assure you that I do not do anything without a reason. I'm not a sadist, Mr. Dibbs, if that is what you're worried about. And it is not revenge that I am looking for in Mr. McLagan. I do believe in making sure that one is taught lessons if they overstep their bounds.
And I guess I look over and I at goddamn it, McLagan, and I just kind of say, well, this is it. You want a lesson, or do you still want what you asked for earlier?
He kind of looks up at Dio and meets his eyes and says, I'd rather die than be turned into one of your monsters. And which Dio kind of like chuckles a little bit and says, oh, well, interesting. I don't know what you're talking about, but I will grant you a quick death.
Mr. Dio, I'm not sure what my associate, Mr. Dibbs, sees in him, but I trust Mr. Dibbs, and I urge you to consider his view.
Well,
what would you have me do? At the moment, I am inclined to execute Mr. McLagan for stealing my goods and attacking my associates.
Well,
not at all unrepentant. Perhaps I will have a chat with him first to see if he has any information that he might lend me to spare him of his life, but it seems as though you have gathered most of that information on your own.
It does seem so. The only thing I can offer is he work for us. All of his wages, his shares go to you till you feel his debt is paid.
He
Give
has
me
fire.
a persuasion roll at -2.
Can I support?
Yes, you can.
Fuck, I don't have any bennies left. Sorry, I got a 3.
No, it's not, it happens, and I got garbage, so.
I'm not a very
No,
persuasive.
I'm supposed to be a performer, not a persuader. Alright, and I got a fucking 3.
Bennies left.
Got a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
He says, that is very noble of you, Mr. Dibbs, to offer such a thing to this man. I don't know what he has done to deserve it.
He was a captain, and he has nothing but greed and shame to his name at the moment. I offered
The
to
problem
second
is, I did not get to the position that I'm in by taking unnecessary risks, and at the moment, a traitor that he is, and disloyal, I believe him to be said unnecessary risk.
Preach.
I would advise against associating with such people.
Oh, if you will not release him into my custody, then I wish you to grant him the quick death he seeks.
I will do that. As I said, I am not a sadist, nor an unreasonable person.
Can I read that?
Sure, give me a notice roll.
The fear I have felt emanating from people is not reassuring. Oh shit, my D6. Thank you, Wild Die.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
I mean, he seems to believe what he says at the very least.
That he's not.
Whether or not,
Okay.
yeah. As far as you can
he's a
tell, I mean, you definitely are getting the vibe that like there's something very like however he exercises his power is imposing at the very least.
Fascinating. Okay.
Do I is he any more like imposing than the guys I worked for? Like, you know, the head guys at the top of my fucking criminal organizations. You know what I mean? Like if he
Definitely
is
he gets the vibe of like a high up
okay.
person like that. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm not gonna overstep then.
Like your analogy to your father, the head of like a merchant empire, basically, is pretty accurate.
Who was willing to kill his own son to keep the
Keep the family name and
Yeah.
untarnished.
yeah. All right. So yeah, he's up there. Like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna push it. That's why I'm like, yeah, just kill him then, please. Just kill him.
Yeah. So if that is all, Adeline, take him away. And the woman sort of grabs McLagan's arm and brings him off. Now, Captain Faiza, you may go. I will speak to you later on how you may repay your debt to me. Come tomorrow morning, and we'll talk. And she kind of like nods and says, "Thank you again." And she sort of like puts her hand on Tara's shoulder as she turns and steps out, just sort of like a silent like, "Thank you."
Where are you staying? Oh, you're in port.
On my ship.
Of course. Good. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
She smiles and nods. So, we are running a little bit late. Do you guys want to skip or wait for the last part of this conversation with Dio?
Am I gonna need to do more pretending?
Probably not. No, it's just going to be talking.
I think it's gonna be us trying to sell him a ship
Well, yeah, I mean, you might be
Or
doing some
finagle some sort
negotiating.
of deal to get a bigger ship, right?
Yeah.
Is Robin,
Well-
Mr. Dibs, is that accurate or?
Yeah. I mean, I think the other option is that we have the like he's kind of scary. And we now have the ability to just like leave his employ.
Well, we
Well-
would probably do that, right? Like, if we sold him the green fish,
We'd own our ship.
we only owe him like what, 5K?
No, he said that we're paid.
No, yeah, you guys are clean
Oh,
right at this point.
Clean up.
Just based off of the services rendered,
Okay.
and bringing back the captains, that's enough to pay off the rest of your debt to him.
Nice.
And then there is the business of the cargo that you have, which he's definitely interested in the stuff they were smuggling, and the other 2 ships, which you did take. So I assume that you're interested in bartering those off on him, because that's going to be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, we're not taking Pfizer's ship, right?
Oh right, yeah, one other ship, the Greenfish. Yeah, I forgot about
But
that.
we essentially own 2 ships now. We gave Fiza her whatever
Yeah.
cargo was in her thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was kind of agreed. Yeah, I think that's good.
I mean, they didn't have much. in
She
there.
deserves
Yeah.
some of the profits,
Yeah.
and she seems maybe not like ecstatic about the situation, but she seems content with it, which I'm happy about.
And you've definitely made an ally of her with just how you've helped her with that, like giving her the cargo and the ship and stuff.
Fuck, Tara is so 100%
That's good.
into like helping her out. Anyways, so yeah, we have 2 ships, but we probably want to upgrade to a bigger one with his help. Am I wrong?
I'd be willing to go back into debt with him to do so. Yeah.
That, yeah. Either way, we probably want a
Well,
bigger ship.
there's no way that we're going to be able to get a frigate out of 2 sloops.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Plus, he definitely does seem to have work available.
Right. And he pays well, so.
He does pay well.
He pays in ships.
Mr.
Just as long
Dibs,
Just as long as we don't ever have to cross them, I'm content.
Mr. Dibs,
What do you think he meant by one of your monsters?
honestly, that worried me. It makes me think of. You remember that weirdo we delivered the shit to?
The alchemist guy, hermit
That
alchemist.
guy who was definitely a ripper duck.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
I
a
mean,
little worried about that.
we also have the 2 mindless drones that mind the shop.
Yeah.
That are definitely not just regular people, but that's fine.
Listen, I'm not ecstatic about going back into that with him.
I mean, as long as we don't cross them, we'll be fine.
I don't
agreed.
mind working for him, but yeah, we need to definitely not cross him.
Plus, we're not in debt with him right now, so we could ask him for a job. And then decide if we want to go back into debt for a better ship, if he can get us that.
I'm just saying, 2 pirate captains were afraid of him, and he's a merchant. So, just saying.
He's clearly much more than that.
Yeah. So he has ties in the
Anyways,
underbelly.
I think what that means is we're going to try to get a better ship from him. If that means going into debt and doing more work for him,
Okay.
so be it.
Yeah.
So he has a couple of things that you could do for him. That just so I
Yep.
have something to prepare for.
So Ben knows what's up.
Yeah, so he is interested in the dealings of these competitor smugglers and this man from Castra. So he would pay you for looking into that more. Whether that be investigating the dead drop in Dakon or going up to Hallamore to try and locate the 3rd captain or the more importantly, he's interested in this Kostrin guy who was associated with that. So if you want to delve deeper into whatever that is, that's an option. Secondly, and then the two other ones, he has some things that he wants delivered to Varkalish. So that would probably be a sort of a smuggling job, similar to the first thing you did. And then the third thing is he wants something retrieved from Al Nahir, which would be sort of like either like a piracy, just straight up like piracy job, or like a larceny, stealing something from a land thing.
We're not talking about a person, are we?
No, it's not human trafficking.
Okay, then yeah, I figured that one.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb would lean towards the Blackmane, just because he sounds like a funny character to interact with, and the retrieval job.
Okay.
That's Caleb. Tara would... Tara would do almost anything.
I just go where the wind takes the captain.
All right.
But also, I would hang around here till nighttime, and then see if go back to Dio's place and inquire about McLagan. And
okay. Yeah. That
make sure he's not being tortured, and make sure he's
there'll definitely be more talking with Dio and more stuff related to that at the beginning of next session.
All right, just want to kind of have it in the air so you remember.
Yep, sounds good.
Right, so
but yeah, which of those three are you most interested in?
Pursuing? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, like I said, Tara's vote is mine.
The piracy job, investigating the smuggling more, or smuggling something to Varkalish.
The smuggling something is good. What was the one that was going far away? The one.
Retrieving, smuggling, or investigating drug stuff.
Tara said investigating or retrieving. Robin said retrieving, but she'd do the investigating. Right.
So you're kind of the tiebreaker there.
I see. Then I will roll dice.
Random.
The most pure of decision making.
Investigation.
All right.
You guys are gonna further pursue the drug smugglers.
Apparently.
I mean, the person in the fancy coat and the cane is pretty.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Who are they? It's a Costrin from. Costrins are the French, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's like we had main plot or side quest, and we kept going main plot.
I mean, there's no real main plot nailed down yet. You guys are pretty much doing there's obviously stuff going on here that you could make the main plot, but it's very you are totally, if you want to just get a ship from him, be like, all right, peace, we're gonna go do something else.
Yep.
That is you haven't really entangled yourself enough to be fully committed to whatever this stuff is. At this point.
Okay, hold on. Are we given any sort of what pays more? Of those two.
I mean, we don't even know what we can get out of the ship.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I haven't hashed out the payment thing yet.
That's a big.
Okay.
I didn't think you were going to be back in Ketris by the end of the session. There was a lot of other stuff that could have happened that would have taken a lot longer. Mm-hmm. But you guys were able to efficiently get quite a lot of stuff.
I'm glad we could sort of patch things up with Pfizer. I think that'll be cool.
And that'll come back, I think, to be good for us.
Having an
either
ally.
way. Dude, the session was sweet. We got into a sweet ship combat. We made a friend out of an enemy. I'm super stoked about that friend. Tara got a Federation Naval Admiral hat. Oh my god, I don't know if Robin knew what that meant, but that cut deep.
Robin's
That cut to Tara's core, dude. Even
It's even better
Caleb was
that-
tearing up a little bit.
It's even better that Robin just had no idea. It was just like kind of weirded out.
Yeah,
by
she
the
didn't
reaction.
even know what that meant, but Tara was just like, dude, what the fuck? That's amazing. Right to like the heart of, her deal.
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you guys
That's good
add
shit.
for XP?
29.
29. All right, 2 XP for this
29.
session.
And a fucking advance. Why not?
Yep.
What a great session. Last session was tough, but that's just the dice, and that happens.
Yep.
Yeah, those backlash rolls.
Mr. Dibbs had a great session.
By the way, it is statistically likely that someone is going to roll Snake Eyes on one of those backlash rolls during this campaign. So looking forward to that.
I mean, I got a D10, so when you're rage casting, it's a 20%.
Yeah. Well, it's a 1 in what, like 36 chance every time you backlash that you roll Snake Eyes.
Right. Yep.
So that's like a 2% chance, I think.
Such is life.
But with the number of spells you cast, it's
Yep.
probably going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
At least once.
All right, so
You win some, you lose some. I will say, like, throughout this session, every single time I succeeded amazingly, and also I crit failed twice this session, but it was both during times where it made things super interesting
yeah.
and tense. Not well, I just suck.
Mhm.
Right. Or like
I crit failed right after we got away, which is okay, we might end up in the shoals or some shit. And then Mr. Dibbs was like, no, there's shoals over there. Go over there. Okay, yeah, I got you. Thanks, bro. And the other time was when I misread
Evil Mick.
I misread Dio's reaction and was gonna totally come in on his ass. And again, Mr. Dibbs was like, whoa, slow down, Tara, you hothead. I got this. Chill your face.
I guess that's the reason I'm first mate.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I suppose.
Captain.
I was like, and yeah, perfect pirate session. Well done, Ben.
Yeah.
Of course, rolls
Yeah,
help.
that was fun.
That's good.
Ben rolled.
Also,
all
I've had
dice.
enough rum.
I rolled. I don't think I rolled anything super exceptional, actually.
Well then, awesome.
Well, I mean, there was that grape shot thing that just ended that combat. Oof.
Yeah, that worked out well.
I mean, that's pretty accurate for just a grape, or I guess canister shot across the deck at point blank range.
Are they gonna fire at us? Yep. Well, bye. Shit.
Yep.
That grape shot's nasty when it hits.
Yeah.
We
Well,
rolled
especially-
pretty well in that naval combat.
Especially with a sloop when you only have 24 crew members. Because,
Yeah.
if you roll high, ooh,
You wipe out
that's
10.
half your crew.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, advance for next time, and then we'll
be-
see what the new adventure brings for next session.
I'll be hanging out with Luca, and he'll be teaching
Oh
me
yeah,
more
and you
songs.
guys will have to do some stuff in Ketris and sell your loot and pay your
Gerald,
crew.
did you ever read that little story I posted about Tara?
I did.
I don't think I did.
I read it.
You should read that because I think you giving her that admiral hat. I think
Yeah.
you'll understand the context way better if you read that.
That's why I was
You-
kind of like.
Even
kinda,
if you just read the first paragraph, I think.
So it's like looking good, nice hat. Looking good.
Damn, son.
Well, yeah, I'll read that. Robin's supposed to have no idea what's going on. She's like, man, I just wanted to give her a nice hat. This is kind of weird.
And I put my.
Oh God, she's crying. Did I do something wrong?
No, you did something.
No,
Super awkward.
Robin, little bird, you did something so right.
By the way, yeah, Gerald, did you intentionally name your character after a bird when you were planning on being in the crow's nest?
No.
Just
Okay,
happened.
but that's great.
Yep.
And also, you have the parrot, and you're like bird themed now.
Yep. Accidental.
I tend to name my characters after birds a lot. I don't know
Good
why.
names.
Yeah.
I feel like the sort of perception of a bird is very like elegant, so I think the names tend to follow that line of thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they don't tend to be like typical human names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.